Hey, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Your support of the channel helps it keep going. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. Alright, we've loaded into Murovanka. I am in my low Tier 8 German heavy tank. And off we go. Premium. Good tank. Murovanka. What do you do? Well, there's really two ways to go. You can go over to the east side, which is where I'm going, or you can go to the west side. Sometimes if you're a scout, you can work in the middle. Speaking of scouts, we're going to call this one Why Good Scouts Win Matches. Why Good Scouts Win Matches. So let's pay attention to what our scouts are doing on this game. Look at where they went. They all went on to what used to be called the Magic Forest and is now the Semi-Enchanted Forest. Didn't used to be a bunch of ridges in there. Man, that was a long time ago. So our scouts are getting some spots, letting me know what's up there. That makes me feel good about simply moving forward and not sitting back Chai sniping. Sorry, Chai. In any event, I am going to move forward because I'm comfortable that the scouts have done their job and seen what's up there. In fact, they killed the tank or helped facilitate killing a tank. Working on this side requires a couple good scouts or a good push with your big tanks. One of the two things. So we have a decent force over here. The E75 did go to the other side along with the WZ. So our two Tier 9 heavies are over there. So I'm feeling comfortable, we can move up. You see that our WT is way in the back, out of position at this point. Not really paying attention to what's going on. I'll shoot the Bulldog on the run. That's one of the strengths of the low. Nice accuracy. And because of the scouts and the essay that they have given me over here, and the tanks I can see over on the west side, I'm very comfortable moving forward right now. I do not cut up left and start dealing with the 44 because he's getting surrounded. I don't want these two to get away, so I'm going to push into these, staying low enough that if the 44 did decide to come after me, he can't hit me. But guess what? He got absolutely swarmed by the mediums, doing what mediums do best. And scouts, sorry. Scouts and mediums. They're just going to roll in here and kill him. Unfortunately, I rammed the T-49. Sorry, buddy. Okay, decision time. Take a look at the mini-map for a moment. And think about what you would do in this situation. It's a subject that I have talked about a lot. We have lost over on the west. We have swarmed over on the east and won. The two choices are, and we're winning handily right now, right? So the two choices are push across a bunch of open ground or go back and defend cap. Let's see what is decided. Now we do have some spotted tanks, so the scouts are doing their work. That's fine. Get up in here and let's see if we can hurt these guys a bit. Maybe take some of them out. I miss. I come up top. Now because we're winning so much, I'm a little bit lazy on my positioning. I probably should have headed off to the right a little bit more instead of coming out here in the open, because they do have that Sturv. They do have the Scorpion, which escaped and is repositioning. Unfortunately, I only track him. And now I'm pushing in. But I'm starting to feel like, alright, this is not really a great idea right here. This is not going the way I want it to. And look, they're over on our cap. So for the moment, I'm going to try to, let's take a shot on this T-25. Kind of wiggle around there so he can't hit me. Or at least he can't get a good shot on me. And there's the Sturv. So once the Sturv hits me, I'm going to move up here and try to disappear. See if we can get this T-25 out. And you'll see that now the scouts see what's going on, and now I'm out of here. So I'm just going to back out using this unfortunately destructible piece of building. If they shot through it, they might have had some shots on me. And I'm just going to keep backing. Backing. There we go. And now I'm going to head back. So pushing in there was no longer tenable. That simply wasn't going to work. And now we are heading in. So the scouts have all gone back and are cleaning up the cap. So what I said, why good scouts win matches. And I'm a big slow low. T-32, you're wrong, fella. That's a terrible decision. Alone, unsupported. It's a decent route to ingress on because there is some cover there to use his turret. But unfortunately with a Sturv 103 hiding out in the back, a Scorpion and a T-25-2, that simply isn't going to go well for him. And the scouts are busy over on the other side cleaning up the cap. So that was excellent on their part. Now you'll notice two of them are platooned, and none of them are particularly spectacular players, but they're all playing very well for what their tank is. There's the Sturv. Get a shot on him. And now the scouts are flexing back to where the TDs are. So this is an interesting fight now. They've got 3 TDs and an arty. We've got 3 scouts and a couple heavies. So I'm going to have to really rely on the scouts to get in there, get some lights, and figure out where these guys are. Outstanding, the scouts found the arty. He's pretty well out of position. That's a terrible spot for him right there. He may have thought he was being clever initially. But he's going to get caught out and killed by the scouts, doing what scouts should do. And I'm going to move up using these hills right here as cover. Initially thought I might go up and over, but I'm going to actually cut to the right here and use a bit of the decent low depression, gun depression. There's the 25-2, so the scouts have found one of the TDs, caught him out in the open. He's running away. Oh, there's the Sturv, outstanding. Okay, Bulldog died, unfortunately, but he lit all 3, so that's excellent SA. Now we know where those guys are. T-49's pushing in. He's going to use his mobility. I'm just waiting to get a shot on the Sturv. There it goes. He's trying to get away from the T-49. T-49's in amongst them. Lost the other scout, but they're all lit. And they're all down low hit points. So now the T-49's just raging around, causing all kinds of mayhem. Now, had I not had those scouts go in there and do what they did, with those 3 TDs, hold up in all those trees back there, I would have had no good approaches on them and probably been machine gunned down. I might have been able to come up the red line along here potentially, but I would not have had as easy a time as I've had here. T-49 gets in there. I'm going to get one more shot on this Scorp, and then T-49 is going to use that big HE gun, pin him, and take him out. Just blap him right there. So there you go, man. That's just some good scout play and why good scout play can win matches. Initially controlling over here, we got well ahead, but then they cleaned up the lighter force we had over here. In fact, they killed the 2 heavies, right? They got the E75 and the WZ 111-1-4, so those TDs just ate those guys up over there because they pushed into them and couldn't see them. Flexed back. Scouts did a nice job coming back here, cleaning up what was jumping on cap, and then finding the arty. And as I finally got in here, getting a bunch of lights, just hauling ass in there, lighting those guys up, and it ends up being a win because of primarily great scout play. All right, hope this helps. As always, if you like what you saw, subscribe, and otherwise we will see you.